Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play EU4, The Art of Sweden. Utrecht left the coalition. I'm waiting for the Hansa to leave the coalition, and I'll probably declare war on England at that point. Other than that, we're just letting everything recharge a little bit more. In fact, I was talking last episode at the end of it that I'm going to disband the mercenaries soon, but I think I'll use them this war against England. And just wipe them out very, very, very quickly. I don't want 20 years of lowered morale for armies, so I have to take this one. It's just a tax-based shift, and it does give some extra local autonomy somewhere, which is kind of annoying. On the other hand, it's in the place where I'm losing tax base, so what's the worst that could possibly happen? It's right here. So it's down to a tax base of 1. So the fact that it's got 25% autonomy doesn't really affect me too much. It does decrease the manpower I get there, but that's not too terribly much. Anyway, and meanwhile, everyone's moving to my new capital here in Copenhagen, which now has a tax base of 8. Which means it's, I don't know, that much of a sweeter place to build buildings and things. I don't mind centralizing too much. Another idea? Yeah, I'm looking to finish the religious ideas group. I do have to be careful if I'm going to declare a war against England. And I still have to wait for that coalition to go. Seriously, we're at plus 44. I mean, I guess it's because they still desire a province. But we have no aggressive expansion. Why are they still in a coalition against me? Right now, it's just the coalition of England. There we go. Perfect timing. Let's go ahead and boost up our army maintenance. And maybe I'm not sure if I want to build another army here. We've already outnumbering them, which is good. We're on the same military tech level, and I have quality ideas. No, I'll go ahead and start another one. I'll tell them to reinforce back in Yorkshire over here. But we'll just wait until things tick up. We lose a cardinal seat, or we can spend some money and potentially piss off the Pope. I'll do that. I want to try to grab control of the Pope and play that whole game under the new system. We had to take out a loan. Oh, that sucks. We converted some people, though. And we didn't do that. It's only the one loan. We're still making money. Just that event sort of triggered badly. Finished a bunch of armories for more manpower. And yeah, I'm not going to invest in a new idea quite yet, because I'm probably going to have to core stuff. I can actually move both armies in the same place. Oh, that's fantastic. So as soon as they arrive, and we got another morale tick because it's January 1st, I'm just pausing over here. I'll group these two armies together. Put my backup leader on this army here so that they're ready to go relatively soon. We're at full maintenance because we just did all that. So if we declare... I have no diplomats. Right, because I'm sucking up to the Hansa. Cancel. Luckily, the Hansa capital of Lubeck is very close to my capital of Copenhagen. Okay. I don't think I need to co-belligerize Bohemia. I don't want them to call in anyone else, and I'm not really in a position to take anything from them. France will jump in. And honestly, it's like, I don't really need you, France. I'm trying to think, is there any reason I shouldn't have them come into the war? I don't think it makes any kind of difference whatsoever, so we'll go ahead and CBify things. Looks like Cornwall and Gloucester are still wanted by Scotland. Yeah, that's just a specific province, so if we do this, all provinces. So the cleansing of heresy, show superiority, is quite nice. Alright, I think we're fine. Declare war against England. England will still survive. They're still going to be too big for me to take completely, which is always kind of annoying. They do have their navy over here. It's 11 heavies at this point. Well, let me bring my whole navy together. We're going to bring them over here. That'll unmothball my heavies as well. I'm going to leave my cogs here, though, so they don't get destroyed. So probably blockade me a little bit, but that's okay. Let's bring the speed down to 2. Should easily destroy this army. We have a great leader, if I recall. 2-5 is really quite good. Oh! Oh, that's the, that was the old Tyronian fleet that just got smashed. We do that. We're definitely going to chase you to Cornwall for an attempted stack wipe. I'm going to go ahead and merge. I specifically just want to merge the mercs, but again, I don't have tons of spare manpower, so it's probably worth doing that. Oh, hang on. Apparently that's where we're chasing you. We're getting attritioned, which is less than positive, but we completely annihilated their entire stack, and that's the ultimate goal. So what I should do is actually break off my mercenaries and use them to do the actual sieging, because if they get attritioned, I don't lose any manpower for it. I have to spend money, but right now keeping my manpower total up is extremely important. Let's wait a tick there. We'll go ahead and split off our mercs, which is this army over here, and move you into there. We can make sure that we have a siege-oriented leader, and do that. And England or Scotland will come in as well, which is very handy. Detach a siege, go over there. I don't know if I have told Scotland that it should be on full siege duty, but please just do that. And carpet siege. They can't reinforce. Okay, England's got a bit of a navy after all. So Scotland, there we go. You're going to siege that province. That's fine. We'll finish up the job. All right, there's our full siege of England. Now, we won't get 100% war score because we're not going to be occupying Bohemia, but Bohemia is really not going to be able to do anything, so it's fine. And we definitely don't have a fleet. Can I not? Oh, it doesn't box select mothballed fleets. That's interesting. I didn't realize that. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I was just going to say, though, I'll merge these guys up and put a trade fleet out again. I won't keep the heavies mothballed. I'll have them defend my main trade fleet in Lubeck here. Merge them up. They are damaged, but if I tell them to protect trade in Lubeck, I think they'll stay and they'll try to repair while they wait. Meanwhile, I want more navy buildings in Skåne over there. Tick up as quickly as possible. So these guys here are actual troops. They're not mercenaries. So I mean, I'm getting a little bit of attrition on my side, but not that much of it. A few more units are built. Are they still building? I'm actually going to cancel the last set of construction just to make sure my manpower stays nice and high. Oh, we get a little bit more of the heresy going on. It's okay. We can deal with it. Still doing lots of conversions. This should be a relatively easy and simple war. Well, we'll probably have to wait for the 5-year tick. Maybe not quite that much, because we are not going to have the opportunity to full annex England or vassalize them. It's 154. So yeah, they're definitely too big to eat. So because we don't need literally 100%, we're possibly going to be fine because England is going to be willing to give up more than we have in war score. 50 diplo power or 400 manpower. And then flip something. Or 4,000 manpower. I don't want to lose 4,000 manpower. I'll take the 50 diplo point hit. Because 4,000 manpower represents, well, less than a year of manpower gain, actually. Still, we do need the manpower. So yeah, so I'm not going to engage the English fleet, but at least my fleet is secure, or should be. Where's my navy? Still docked. Actually, England could potentially just come and sink all this, couldn't it? Some of this fleet is made up of the transports, but 11 heavies and 25 lights will probably beat this fleet here, which doesn't have quite as many heavies. Any chance we have a little bit of extra naval horsepower to spare? We do. Let's build another couple of... Well, it's only England. England's the last naval power. No, we'll just build a couple of light ships. It's fine. And then, you know what? I will tell these guys to go home at war for now. Later on, we won't do that. But I don't want to just randomly lose something to England, especially since my troops aren't updated. Oh, king died during a war, which is quite costly. 245 leader, can't complain about that, and a 335 heir, very nice. Actually, what's funny is I don't actually need the military power right now. I could move the focus, and I think I maybe want to do that. Because I still have to finish my religious ideas, which is admin points. On the other hand, what will our next idea be? I don't think we need diplomatic power ideas. I think I was talking about that a long time ago. But we've really eaten up a lot of the vassals, and I'm not sure... Well, if we're going to work things, if we're going to try to do something in the HRE, I guess we will actually need diplomatic ideas, because we're talking about the possibility of vassalizing several electors and seeing if we can get elected, which would be awesome. I don't think vassals are guaranteed to vote for you. They just get a huge boost. It's something like that. And what we can do is we can annex anyone who isn't voting for us. Like, we can just take over their territory and full annex anyone who's not voting. I think that might be our approach. I mean, I was talking about Russia and stuff, and certainly I want to fill in these gaps. Does that mean Diplo Ideas is next? I'm not sure. I mean, we haven't done anything in this tree, and we're still behind on our Diplotech, but mostly because we're spending so many points annexing everyone. I would like another military idea group, but we're not that far ahead anymore, so we'll probably still spend points there. Plus, we want to build up our armories and stuff. Okay, my next idea will be the diplomatic idea group. All that to say, did I want to change my focus on anything? I don't think so. I think the balance is going to be perfectly fine for now. Oh, hang on. Before I trigger that event, though, I'm going to go ahead and spend 70 points to get 1 stability, which I should have done right away as soon as we died, and then I'll trigger that. 70 points is nothing for 1 stability. Stability is very good. Well worth the expense. Absolutely. Now, if we did get declared on right now, it would be a little unhappy making, simply because we don't have... I'm going to try to move to London and free up some of my troops. Simply because all our troops are over here, and we can't really ferry our troops back home because of the English Navy. This war has to end before we can really bring our troops home. If I grab this army here and I detach, does it calculate? No, it doesn't really, does it? How many troops it could have left, I mean. Which one's the Merc army? So if I do this, are we still sieging? We're still sieging London. Okay. We're sieging London purely with Mercs right now, which is what I'm looking for. Okay, good. Won the siege of Essex, which were normal people. Won the siege of London, which we could leave these guys here, but I don't know, I guess we'll pull them back. Actually, I'll just disband these guys. Don't need you mercenaries anymore. Good job on sieging these provinces, and now you can retire. I mean, we still don't have a lot of active troops, but we're doing okay. I think what I'll do is I'll actually get another army building, moving into my capital over here. Capital of Sweden is Copenhagen, because of reasons. The depletion of the European beaver. Gotten to the point beavers are rarely seen in Europe at all. Imported. So, okay, I think it's increasing the cost of furs, which doesn't really affect us much because we don't have any colonies in the New World, for example, nor do I think I've got much in the way of Russian fur. We can take a look, though, at the trade goods map mode. Oh, actually, we have a ton of fur. Okay, that's actually pretty good for us. Huh. Felt hats and depletion of European beavers. Between the two of them, the price of beavers have gone up quite a lot. How many times can I say the word beaver without getting people to snicker too much? Probably exactly 0. Cruelty of mercenaries. I don't have any mercenaries anymore. Well, war is seldom without brutality. Soldiers are not known for their mercy, but this war has seen some exceptionally vile behavior on part of our occupying forces. That's why I already fired them, you guys. It appears that mercenaries, unsatisfied with the wages, yada yada yada, extortion, torture, lose prestige, and mercs become more expensive, and we have fewer of them, or lose even more prestige and get a bunch of unrest. Literally everywhere that have it occupied. All my occupation places will get +3 unrest for 3 years. I mean, that's actually okay. Or we get 5 years. I'm not, you know what? There's a good chance. If there's a bad war that comes out, we're going to need our mercenaries. We're going to need numbers, and we're going to need them to not be expensive. I'm actually going to take this and take the 3 years of extra unrest. Because, like, we already have negative unrest here for whatever reason. Terrorized by mercenaries. Still at 0. All right. Oh, I don't need to make England like me more, and I'd much prefer the Diplo power. So that'll be fine. Yeah, I don't have any mercs, right? I'm going to check the ledger just to make sure it's the quickest way to do it. 0. Excellent. Very good. So we're at 52% war score. Again, it's because we haven't sieged any of Bohemia, although we could walk over there. Except we can't because we can't move our troops out of Great Britain because of the English Navy. They will have to disband a lot of this once I eat their territory because it's simply going to be too much stuff. What's interesting, though, if they had any land in the New World that wasn't a colony, which is entirely possible, like based on the borders here, this could technically be an English like province, obviously something they colonized, but not a standalone colonial government, they could move their capital there if we isolate London, which is probably not what I want. Navy is growing. Oh, England's actually roaming around with their navy. Interesting. Okay, that's my new army over there, which I will leave there. We can get a new tech. I'm not going to spend the admin tech right now, just because I have to make sure I've got enough points to instantly core everything I take from England. I actually lost some war score. I'm not getting the show superiority bonus. Really? I think it's because we did lose, like, a couple of little naval skirmishes, which is kind of a pain in the ass. I mean, we'll still get 100%. Ooh, hold on. Let's actually equip an admiral. I mean, he's really far from great. Let's see if we can save the day over there. We'll recall the Scottish diplomat. We'll have to wait until the war is over before we can start annexing them, but we will try. Okay, did we win that naval battle? I think we did. And now, as long as I keep around where the French fleet is, the combined forces of our two fleets might be enough to cut things. Actually, we'll even go ahead and group up with our transports, because the transports have a few guns. They're pretty squishy. You don't usually want to use them in battle, but it's a possibility. I could actually also ferry my troops home. Maybe I will do that, actually. Grab as many as I can. Maybe we'll make a move on Bohemia. Or the New World. Huh. I was talking about not doing colonial stuff. But we could just take land in the New World. I don't know what that would do for the autonomy. Does it reset their autonomy limit back down to 0 if I didn't actually colonize something? Probably not. I'll still move some troops back home just to be a bit safer. I'll leave a handful over here. If a rebel stack does pop up between me and Scotland, we should be okay. Because I can... Alright, let's merge all these guys up and send them on a trip down to Bohemia. Just to see. Oh, because if we could get a ticking war score, that would be nice. Just send them down there to win a fight, and then they can come home. How about that? Oh. Why can't I go down there? I'm in a war with a member of the HRE. Why can't I walk through the HRE? Are you not? You are? What? I'm at war with someone in the HRE. I should be able to walk through it. Alright, never mind then. I was really hoping to win an extra battle. Alright, I'll leave my fleet parked over here. In case I see them show up, if France gets in a skirmish or something like that, we can jump on them, get our 80% battle war score. Because if any bit of England is over here, we won't get the 100% war score. God, we do have to move our fleet over, don't we? Oh, there's the English fleet. Okay, so they've got 30 fighting ships, of which a third are heavies. I have 40 fighting ships, of which a quarter are heavies. They have an admiral. I'm going to roll again, see if I might be able to get a better admiral. Nope, he sucks. I don't have any navy tradition, is the problem. 17 is pretty low. But France has got a navy over here with a decent admiral. I think I'm going to try to jump in on them. The transports will help provide a little bit of extra muscle. I mean, they've got some transports in there. France looks like they might start to come. Now, England probably has massive multipliers as well. I mean, they have a higher naval morale, but England gets... They may have picked up naval ideas. They started maritime ideas. They have quality ideas which might help their ships, but also they have the basic English stuff that kicks in. But France has jumped in over here, which is going to be helpful. They actually have a 3-3 admiral. No maneuver, and maneuver is very important for naval battles, but we will crush this, and this will give us our ticking war score. So even if we don't get the 100% war score from sieging all the things, we'll get the extra plus 25% from battles won. I'll get the permanent local defensiveness. Is very nice. So we keep taking little tiny nibbles out of England. 2.4 war score from that, which is not as much considering, you know, that's a lot of ships sank. But most importantly, we have the ticking war score. Yeah? No. Damn it. No number over here. I could use a separate CB. Well, we'll keep the ships docked here. This might be another good place to actually build a dock. No, I'll want to build it in Kent. Probably. Doesn't really make a difference. Dogger Bay versus the Straits of Dover. Straits of Dover is better if I'm going to be fighting France. And actually, it's a good sort of blockade point. So no, I'll want to build it in Kent. So I'll save my money and my points and not build a dock in Norfolk. It might be fine to go ahead and take the tech. I bet you we'll have enough points. And the new idea. We can start penning in Diplo points. No, we're also going to need the Diplo points for the actual peace deal. Now that we've sank the Navy, you know what? We're going to go ahead and invade North America. Just to hurt the... just to collect some more war score. We're going to go after some English colonial stuff. They're not going to have as many troops. They might be not be as teched as nicely. Get on a boat. We're only going to be able to ferry 22 troops over. But that'll put us in pretty good position. So, yeah. Oh, they do have, there's a navy. We repay a loan. More heresy. Of course, we're getting attritioned on the way over here. Bring it down to speed 3. Just keep an eye on things. Integrated. Excellent. Which actually means we have to convert a few more things in this newly acquired province. And we'll drop off some troops over here. Now, if they move there, we would have to do the big crossing of -2. Well, we do have high maneuver. It actually might not give us the penalty. I'm not sure. But in any case, after we do that, we'll go and smash that. And we're just looking for some war score. We're looking for ticking war score, especially. But depending on how it goes, we might just be able to eat all their overseas stuff. So despite not picking expansion or exploration ideas, we may actually get our overseas colonies. And I'm not going to complain too much if, you know, we're able to improve our trade in the North Sea. I'll see. I'm not making this a priority, but, you know, if we happen to be able to pick stuff up for cheap, we'll see what we can do. We'll go ahead and grab a full siege of Newfoundland. Still don't have the ticking war score. Really? Oh, Scotland's actually going to drop off some troops. Good on you. Appreciate it. So, you landed there, so tell you what. I'm going to move my troops out of here. You can siege that, because I'll be able to walk through this this territory here. Actually, no, I can't walk through this fog of war because there's no one living there. If this were English territory, if I was at war with anyone here, I'd be able to walk through it. But because I don't have exploration ideas, I won't be able to. I guess you wait there. Actually, no, that changed my mind. I'll leave it there just for the numbers of cannons. Okay, it's okay. I guess I could detach some blockades. Oh. I want to catch this fleet here. I'm going to break off just the lights to catch that. Because lights move fast. Boom. Gotcha. Detach. It takes a lot of ships to blockade there. That's weird. And... oh, that's not a dock. Okay. So I don't have to blockade that. Did it prioritize like my heavies or something? I don't know. Just transports. All right. I mean, transports do blockade. I suppose they're not the fastest there is. Oh, we actually have to go there. No docks in the Straits of Belle-Île at all? Really? And we get attrition over there, so leave the minimum possible ships. Just long enough to finish the siege. First peace offer from England. Is there anyone we can separate peace out? Oh, Bohemia came in as an alliance. That's interesting. They came in as an alliance, not as a coalition. I don't think I realized that. That England was the only thing left in the coalition. That might change very quickly in a minute. I suppose what I can do is I can take my transports. Oh, I can't dock, that's right, but I'll take some transports, move them there. Prestige is capped. And I'll get some more in this war. That'll be fine. Get some more papal influence. How are we looking in terms of controlling? 25 points. Let's go ahead and do that. Just a little bit more. So, if I detach some sieges and just group everyone up in one place. Especially these sieges about to break. We can just ferry some troops over here, you know. Can't walk. Lost a CB. Netherlands declared independence. Instantly declares war on Austria. Can I... They hate me. And I'm at war. How are you going to feel about France? You're allied with France. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to improve relations with the Netherlands. And then once we get out of a war, we should be able to ally them as well. Oh. Right. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of territorial stuff going on there. That's true. Merge, detach a siege, put as many people as possible on boat. We'll break our blockade temporarily, but that'll be okay. Speaking of blockades, we don't need you, or you, or you. You can just join in over here, or we'll eventually move the rest of the boats. These boats can come over here. Oh, is this the same sea? So I can just drop off? Really? Oh, that's quite interesting. Oh my gosh. We're actually under attack. That's no good. I'll hang out in Holstein, and then let me build more troops over here. Damn it, that's gonna hurt our whole ticking war score thing. We need to get to 80% battles, goddammit. I didn't expect Bohemia to show up. I'm quite surprised. What I'm gonna do is actually move these troops into here to free up my transports completely. We want a siege. I'm going to go this way into the fog of war, just because I might not be able to get it later if the war ends. Actually, no. Smash these guys, then go into the fog of war. That's fine. Right, you're going to move there. You can join up over here. Let's get all our troops together. No peace, not yet, England. Okay, that's fine. All our troops are here. So basically just wait to this siege to finish, dock, transfer some more people over. Oh. That might be a... Oh no, we can go in there. Okay. Smash that. Actually, detach a siege. Smash that. Detach a couple of sieges. Move one gang over there. Move you over there. That's all fixed, so there's nothing to blockade. Well, actually, that's not true. There's stuff to blockade. There's all this territory over there. We're going to split off our transports. Grab these troops. I suppose the transports will move over here. There might be more stuff to take. Meanwhile, okay, we're grouping things up. Is this the guy with a huge maneuver? Only a 1. What does this guy over here have? He has a 2. So, oh, my other leader's in enemy territory, so I can't transfer him back. Whoa! Tired of being ruled by someone who's considered an outsider. The people of Friesland want to see... God damn it, this wouldn't be a problem if I hadn't just annexed them. Hang on. Where specifically? Oh, they're in Stad. And I have troops over there. Oh, that's what those troops were. Right. So we're going to lose these guys instantaneously. I wonder if this is going to keep going. Is this going to be a multiple event? fine. It's ours. We'll lose some troops, but, you know. I guess I could have disbanded them first, just to say. Really, I lost. What a surprise. Oh! This is a colony. Now I can seize that instantly. You know what? I'm going to do it, even though I can't... I don't have a colonist to send there. It is going to have a growth of 30 per year, and it's pretty full. They will be English Protestants unless I send a colonist, but obviously I can't do that. But by doing this, I think that takes over the last of the English territory for the purposes of war. Or... no, that is someone else. So now I should have 100% occupation of England. They can't necessarily move their capital overseas. It also frees up the high maneuver leader, which I can use to avoid a straight crossing penalty. I am going to accept the plus 200 population, which will instantly make the colony self-sufficient. Bam. That's perfect. That is really good. We get the core there for free, of course. They have, you know, they're going to have high autonomy. But that's all right. Okay, we have to make sure they don't win that siege. We won't get the -2 crossing. What's their tech level? They're 13. They have full defensive ideas. So they get higher base morale. We have a really good leader coming in, though. I'm going to go ahead and get some infantry there that might be able to reinforce midway through the battle. It's going to be a big one. Just don't want them to win the siege. Alright, how are we looking? No crossing penalty, nice flat land. Oh, we're just crushing them. We had lower base morale and everything. Like, no, just slaughtered. Oh, good, okay. We still can't chase them, which is kind of annoying. I guess we'll leave an army in Stad. There's no way for us to get over here. Is there any chance Oldenburg... and... that's Poland? Poland will give me military access? Well, alright then. Oh. And the Hansa. Oh, the Hansa actually grew. It will give us military access as well. Damn, alright. Oh, and they took Mecklenburg. Wow, they had a really successful war. It's kind of annoying because I really want Lübeck itself. Ownership of Lübeck specifically is a really high-value target, and it's just become harder because the Hansa's gotten bigger. Not that they'll be difficult to defeat in war. It's just getting a full annexation is going to be that much harder. And I want their capital, so unless I full annex them, can't do it. Let's go ahead and grab that for sure. I'll go ahead and unlock the superior... oops. The superior rider types. Won the Battle of Friesland. There's a new pope. France. God damn it. Why is your flag so similar to mine? Because I have no influence right now, it's relatively cheap to bump that up. So right now it's 50% if there was another cardinal today, but there won't be. And yeah, I'll save my Diplo and admin points for now. Very nice. Move you guys over here. So again, we have no occupation of Bohemia, which means we still have to wait for the end of the war before we get 100% war score. This video, of course, has gone on too long because I'm in war. The 5 years will happen relatively soon, so next episode we'll try to eat as much as we can eat. Now, if we do want to grab more stuff overseas, that will dramatically cut down on how much we can take from England itself. We'll see. Have to see how it goes. If we could white piece out Bohemia, though. No. That was worth a try. We did one battle, but that's it. We still have no ticking war score or anything. All right. See you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.